Hi, my name is Jay and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be discussing the benefits of meditation and sleep for work and business. So, today we are doing things at a million miles per minute. I know I am. I'm constantly moving. And in business is so many roles that you may have to play, especially if you're a solopreneur, or even if you're not, even if you have a business and there's multiple people in it. Sometimes you may take on different roles. Sometimes you are the secretary, sometimes you are the laborer, sometimes you are, of course you're always an overseer, but sometimes you have to do the marketing. Sometimes it's so many hats that we play, and you're constantly moving. And the reality of it is no matter who you are, from a baby up to an adult, we all have 24 hours a day. And there's only but so much you can get done in that time frame. And I know that in my experience, sometimes in the past, I used to cut down on my sleep in order for me to be more productive. I would think, okay, well, I have a deadline coming up. I'm going to just, instead of me getting maybe a whole 8 hours of sleep, I may get like 4 hours of sleep. What happens is when you cut down on your sleep, you're not as proficient and effective as you thought you were. You might miss something that you would have easily saw if you had got enough sleep. If you were able to take the time, take a step back and lay down. We feel like we're being more productive, but sometimes we're really just hurting ourselves. And the problem with that is when we cut down on our sleep, we lose some of the benefits and functionality of our brain, how we think, the way we respond to different things. Have you ever tried to get work done for a deadline and you were really at the tail end of it, even though you had worked on it before, and you didn't get enough sleep, and then you went in for a presentation and you were so tired? Sometimes people even sleep in meetings because they're not getting enough rest. All of those things play a major factor when you are not getting enough rest. And so I was watching this video. And on this video, Kobe Bryant, he was talking about how the importance of sleep and meditation has helped him throughout his career. And he said that one thing that happened was he would be going in and he would practice for his game. And he noticed that he was practicing. And on a couple games, he had to a bad game. He was like, what is going on? I worked my buns off and I played terrible. And he said after he did some evaluation, he recognized that one of the things that he wasn't doing was getting enough sleep. He was only going on 2 to 3 hours of sleep, and it was truly affecting his cognitive motion. He thought he probably was putting that shot in or doing this, that, and the other, but he wasn't able to do it in the way he thought that he would have because he was practicing it. But his body was so exhausted, he was so out of it that he could not perform the way he wanted to. And that's the thing about it. When we're not actually getting enough sleep, we may think that we're moving away or saying or doing the things that we thought we were doing, but it doesn't always come off that way. So after he realized he was so tired and exhausted, one of the things that he implemented was getting an extra half an hour sleep per night. So whatever you do now, however many hours you get now, just take an extra half an hour sleep more till you get used to it, and then you can start getting more and more sleep. So instead of him, let's say, getting 3 hours sleep, maybe he started to get 3.5 hours sleep, and then 4 hours sleep, and then he just started getting a full night's rest. When I was in school, I had read up on a sleep deprivation study. And one thing it said is that a lot of people, they feel as though they can deprive themselves of sleep. But in actuality, they had so many other health issues, cognitive function, even physical functionality that were deprived. And some of them even went into a psychotic break because you cannot not get enough sleep. It will eventually really mentally mess with you. And so what they said in the study was that every hour that you get to sleep prior to midnight, your body reacts to it as if it's 2 hours of sleep. I can't believe it. 2 hours of sleep. So what that means is that, let's say if you go to bed at 11 o'clock and you wake up at 6 o'clock. Well, normally from 11 to 6, that's about 7 hours. well, your body will act like you actually got 8 hours of sleep because the 11 o'clock to 12 was 2 hours. So let's say if you decide to get to sleep at 10 o'clock and you get up at 6 a.m. Now, instead of getting 8 hours of sleep, you're now getting 10 hours of sleep.
Hey, are you getting value out of this thus far? If so, it would mean the world to me if you take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. It shows your support, it helps out my channel, and encourages me to continue producing videos like this. Thank you, boss. You rock. Let's jump back in.
So what that means is that the more you sleep before midnight, if you can get it in, that's going to make your body feel more rejuvenated, more alert, more alive when it comes time for you to actually do your business or to function, even if it's at work, to be able to function in a cognitive sense where you alert and you are awake and you are proficient and you are effective in doing what it is that you do. And so, some of the benefits of sleep and why it's so important is because, one, it helps reduce stress. A lot of us are doing so many things, and I know especially when you have a deadline that you have to get to, or you're trying to, get a goal done. Sometimes you can be stressed. And if you get yourself enough rest, I noticed that it has calmed me down. It has reduced my stress to be able to go at it full strength ahead and not have be so tired and exhausted. It also, sleep makes you more alert. It improves your memory. You ever see something you're like, dang, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot that. Maybe because you're not getting enough rest, and that's why it didn't come into your mind. Where if you maybe have gotten enough rest, you would have remembered that small, thing or whatever it was that you had wanted to say. It also reduces the chance of depression and even prevents the risk of cancers, they say. Because if you're able to get your body to rejuvenate and recover, think about it. When you are sick, what is the first thing that they say to do besides drink your fluids? Is to sleep. To sleep, because your body has to recover. So when you're working or you're in the business, making sure that you take the time to sleep and not just do busy. I know sometimes we say if you work while others are sleeping, you get more done. That is true, but that doesn't mean that you need to cut down on your sleep. You need to still get your full effective hours for you to be more proficient in the things that you're doing. Another thing that Kobe had mentioned is that meditation was key in him being able to be as successful in life as well as in basketball. So Kobe had mentioned that he was introduced to meditation through his coach, Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was also the coach of the Chicago Bulls where Michael Jordan played. And they were very successful because they had so many rings. And one thing that Phil Jackson thought that was very important was mindfulness. And so what he required the team to do before practice and before a game, he would have them sit down in total silence and meditate. And what Kobe said that did made him to be more centered. It allows him to be more aware of what was going on. Not just him, the whole team. And he talked about how instead of, because he said he played in a high pressure environment. And you have fans screaming, yelling, they upset when you miss the ball, other players coming at you trying to take the ball, someone trying to knock you down. And it can be high pressure stakes. And he said that when they started doing the meditation, it allowed all the team to be able to, instead of reacting or be all hype and energized, it allowed them to be centered and to be focused on what was going on, be in the moment, and be more proactive instead of reactive to things that were going on. And it allowed them to be more successful as a team. He mentioned that because of the time that they took meditating, it allowed them to not be, too rah-rah, too overexcited or too low. In that high pressure environment, they were able to be steady and be at a cool pace in order for them to analyze and be effective in their game plan and be successful, because they were able to take in everything and not have it be overwhelming for them. And so one of the tips that Kobe had gave was, just if you're not able to meditate like for half an hour, 20 minutes, to just start with 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day. If you're not doing anything, 5 minutes a day, you'd be surprised how much that can help. 5 minutes a day to just still your mind and be quiet. I know for me, I am running, my mind is going so many miles a minute. And I had to learn years ago the importance of meditating. Meditating is very big in my church. I grew up learning how to meditate, but I didn't really get how important it was until and being an adult and knowing. First of all, I'm an Aries and I'm always moving 100 miles a minute, and I don't like to stay still but so long. Just even for just physical, mental, just everything. I'm like always moving, and my mind is always racing. It's always going and moving forward to the next thing. And I learned that when I take the time to actually meditate, I've learned to implement it in my week. At least I try to do 4 to 5 days a week now that I meditate. And I don't meditate necessarily for a whole half an hour, 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Sometimes it may just be 10 minutes. And what I do is I try to sit down and clear my mind. For me, it can be hard to clear my mind, so I can understand some of you that may say, when I meditate, so many things coming to my mind, there's so many things going on. And I've been there. Some of the tips and tools that I have used is you like to burn incense. You can burn incense. Even if you get those sticks from the store, the smell good ones, you can maybe use that to help center you and to calm you down. Or if you like smell goods, have a candle in front of you, eucalyptus or chamomile or lavender, put those in even a diffuser and let that smell those smells and light the candle and just it will calm and soothe your mind. For me, sometimes I have to go through all my chakras, honey, to calm my mind and able for me to meditate. But one thing that one of my professors at my church had told me, and it has helped me so much that I'm going to, share with you, maybe it can help you if you're one of those people who mind racism. When I meditate, the first few minutes, let's say if you do 5 minutes, maybe the first minute or two, one thing that I say is, I am still, and I will let God take the wheel. I am still, and I will let God take the wheel. And my heart goes from bumping, like this, to then it starts going down and slow, and I can really feel myself calm, and I can feel all the noise just moving out the way. And then, I just meditate for a few minutes. And sometimes for me, when I have that quietness and that stillness, I may get an idea that pops in my mind that I was probably working on something or struggling, like, what can I do? How can I make this work? And right then and there, when I cleared my mind and meditated, I was able to get that nugget, and I immediately go write it down because I may not remember it later on because it comes as quick as it comes, as quick as it goes. So I can now have the clarity, the calm, the peacefulness to actually be able to clear my mind and help me further along in my business and my daily activities and the things that I do. And so the benefits of actually meditating, taking those few moments, closing your door, not answering your phone. Because remember, we're, as business owners, we're taking emails, we're, especially these days, we're on social media, everybody's taking photos, we're, doing posts, we're, taking care of our husbands or our wives and our children, just doing everyday things. It's so much going on, and sometimes we just have to bring it down and just center ourselves so that we can be the best that we can be. And so some of the benefits that I have found with meditating is, one, it controls anxiety. If you feel like it's so many things going on and you're stressed, it also controls the stress too. It helps just bring you down, kind of center you a million miles a minute. It helps with your emotional health, being able to clear all the junk, all the noise out of your head. It enhances awareness. It can fight addiction, and it helps as you age. It reduces with memory loss. All those things in conjunction, the benefits of sleep and the benefits of meditation, and you're able to do it together, helps you be more productive in your business, more, acute, aware, on point, more sharp, being able to tackle whatever comes in front of you and not have to worry about it, because you know that you have clarity. You are poised, you are calm, and you are more able to take in what the universe or God has for you, because you're able to clear it and listen, and you're also able to implement. So, I hope that this has helped you and your journey of being a business owner, or even just being a well-rounded person where you can just slow down, get enough rest, and also be able to get and utilize meditation for your better good. So, have you subscribed yet? What are you waiting for, love? Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you can be informed when videos like this and others are uploaded. And don't forget to leave a comment and to like this video. That way I know to keep videos like this coming. So question of the day. Actually, it's a two-part question. One, how many hours of sleep do you get and how many days a week do you meditate? I hope this has been helpful for you. And as always, laugh, love, live life to the fullest, and don't forget to live your passion. Bye.